So, today I want to talk about consciousness. We have one big consciousness as a humanity, as one big living organism, right? If we're all made of the same space dust, we're all connected, blah, 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 then we do all think about stuff at once. So, how can you use this to your advantage, and what does it mean? It means that God, Goddess, higher power, universe, mother nature, it kind of picks people and gives ideas to like certain individuals on planet and sees who deserve it and who can execute it well. And we all, if you noticed, think, and especially with internet, right? But even before internet, back in the days, people were all going and developing at the same level, more or less. World is connected even through the roots of the trees, right? Like if you see, and I talked about it in one of my videos on Instagram and TikTok, the tree of life, right? It is the oldest tree, is usually before colonizations, right? Apparently we had these big trees around the planet, like with the seven seas. Maybe there was seven big trees, whatever. I don't know if it's true even. Let's take it as a theoretical conspiracy, right? So many knowledge is lost. But if you watch like Avatar, the Blue People, if you go into native societies around the world, they all have one big tree of lives around which they have their as their support system, around which they kind of create their civilization, right? And it is also their support system, not only agriculturally, it is also support system mentally, emotionally. Trees, they are living beings. They are living beings, living organisms that has a whole even ecosystem living around it, like insects, birds, animals, and also spirits. If you look at Islam, they say that shaitans or demons, they actually live on trees. And in Yakutia, they friend of mine, a friend of a friend, okay, she saw a demon jump off a tree and enter a human body. Now, don't be scared that walking under the trees actually are good. You should talk to them. You should find your tree, let's say, like become friends with them. They will spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically nurture you. Um, there is so many knowledge that is lost, but we are now trying to come back to it and dig up the truth, right? So we all have one big consciousness, but some people will execute a certain idea better or faster, or understand it deeper. But if you talk to someone, right, and talk about this and that, they'll be like, oh yeah, right? Like it's somewhere in the back of their head, probably. Like right now we're all breaking from the patriarchy. Right now everybody is coming to this common truth that like matriarchy is has a circular like system where women and kids are in the middle, and patriarchy is linear, where like a man on the bottom, on the top, and everybody else is on the bottoms. We all blah blah blah, right? Know it. And it's like, why I talk about this because I don't even want to talk about topics that already you see circulating online or on TikTok, because it's like repeating itself. And it's like, because of social media, it's a social network, but the network like spider creates, right, already exists among us. Like if the internet didn't exist, if internet wasn't there, we would already we already have one consciousness. So for example, one person gonna come up with a certain idea in one part of the world, and another person already coming up with the same idea in the other part of the world, you know. And you sometimes might think we have original thoughts, bitch, you don't. And it kind of hurts, sometimes you think, damn, like this is my thoughts, like I came up with it. It is you partially, your interpretation of it. This is your interpretation of it. But if it didn't come to you, it's gonna come to someone else. If you didn't execute it and did something with that idea, it's gonna go to someone else, because that's how God works. That's how the universe and Mother Nature and Goddess works, because it always guiding us. It's always guiding us towards a certain direction. Um, and it's gonna get there one way or another, and there is also bad people or bad interpretation of a certain idea. So there is how to say it, there is negative and positive interpretation, right, of certain ideas, or you have a certain experience that's going to give you a certain perspective on that idea. So I think you get it. Basically, I do believe there is people that are more woke, that have a better communication skills, a better throat chakra, a better, understanding of things, so they will be able to get that idea and convey it in a better or more effective way. And then there is people that are just asleep, but if you tell them that idea, it's going to activate it. So if you have a certain idea, how can you use this to benefit your life and yourself? If you have a certain idea, you have to be quick with it. If you really like it, if you're like, this idea, I want this idea, I want this idea for myself, right? But there is sometimes ideas and you're like, that's a good idea, and you might make a video and be like, hey, I have this business idea, someone take it. I don't want to deal with it, but you can basically pick and choose and understand that if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And you have to, I think that can help you to, first of all, not think that you're special, because the moment you think that you're special, okay, let me rephrase this. You are special, right? If God blessed you with a certain idea, but you're also not that special. So what makes you special is your part, is your execution of that idea, not the idea that's making you special. What's making you special is how you're gonna work around that idea. What are you gonna do with that idea? It can be a business idea, it can be a project, it can be your talent, your life, just anything, and if you become someone that does good with the ideas that come to your head, God gonna keep blessing you. God gonna notice you. Universe, God, higher power is gonna notice you, and it's gonna be like, okay, that person is doing actually something with the big consciousness we have, and with all ideas that the Mother Nature is guiding us towards, right? Or that person is actually doing something. Let me remember. I clogged him in this part of the world. I'm gonna keep working around. I'm gonna keep blessing that person, keep giving him more ideas, right? And I'm gonna open doors for that person. So it's never ending. How to say it? It's not never ending cycle. It's productive in the sense that the more you realize that, the more you work on it, the more blessings come. Basically, it's when you focus on the good, more good comes. Same kind of situation. You execute one idea, another idea gonna come, and the door is gonna even open. So I think this is it for today, what I want to talk about. Quickly, the moment I realized this is when I saw on social media, right, people kind of talking about the same stuff, or someone talking about something that I was thinking about. I'm like, or I noticed that person talk about it, and also another person in Russian internet, Russian speaker, talk about the same thing. We are all one big consciousness, unfortunately or fortunately. That also makes you wonder, as if not wonder, it also makes you more aware, and kind of validates the fact how everything is structured intentionally, how everything works together, how almost like a simulation, basically, how we're all indeed are connected, how there is rules, there is laws, there is certain structure of things. So yeah, guys, that was YouTube video of today, and let me know anything else you guys want me to talk about. Thank you for watching. I am coming back or whatever. I'm in my new studio apartment in Upper West Side. I know, right? Bougie Brock. I'm Bougie Brock. I look good, guys.